I only wear this shirt like on 4 occasions every year. This like Abraham Lincoln shirt, excuse me, where he's riding a shark. Ooh, shark plus shirt equals shirk. Ha ha ha. That's be Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and now making it Shark Week because I used to have just a plain old shark shirt, but it got too crummy and old, so I donated it. But anyway, since it's Shark Week, happy Shark Week, guys, we're gonna talk about nurse sharks. First of all, the nurse shark is a member of the order of sharks known as Orectolobiforms, and if you need more brevity and easier pronunciations in your life, I'd suggest calling these guys carpet sharks. The carpet sharks consist of 7 families covering 43 species of sharks, including our beloved nurse sharks, blind sharks, the wobbegong, the bamboo sharks, and even the whale shark. That's right, the nurse shark is more closely related to the biggest fish in the world than it is to the more infamous sharks like bull sharks or hammerheads or the great white. I already made a video about whale sharks in honor of Shark Week 2 years ago. The link to that and all the other animal fact videos I've made is in the description. The habitat of the nurse shark ranges in a fairly patchy distribution across the tropical and subtropical Atlantic Ocean and East Pacific Ocean. Its favorite habitats, though, are shallow waters, especially coral reefs, seagrass beds, mangrove swamps, and just about anywhere with enough rocks or crevices or places where it can take cover. Nurse sharks are mostly nocturnal, spending the day snoozing around in groups that can get up to as big as 40 sharks and spend most of the night hunting. Fun fact, in waters close to southeast United States, like Florida for instance, nurse sharks have been known to fall prey to American alligators, which have become a little more adventurous in marine waters in the past few years. The nurse shark is a chunky member of the reef neighborhood, weighing at 150 kilograms or 330 pounds, and at a length of 3 meters or 9.5 feet, which is usually being less than a meter, with its tail usually being less than a meter or 3 feet long, and some specimens have been known to grow up to 14 feet or 4.3 meters, tail included. And unlike most other sharks, the nurse shark's skin is tough, not rough or sandpapery, and is fairly smooth to touch, which is probably what led it, on top of its fairly docile nature, to become a popular resident in some aquariums and several tourist attractions. Like I said, nurse sharks are fairly docile compared to many other sharks, but can still give a pretty nasty bite if you give them a reason to, as they actually rank 4th in recorded shark bites on humans. Nurse sharks have several rows of short, sharp teeth in their small mouths, designed for grabbing and eating smaller prey like crustaceans, fish, stingrays, and mollusks, even being able to suck certain shellfish straight out of their shells. Nurse sharks hunt mostly on the floor of their shallow watery homes and make a loud sucking noise when they snag their prey, which hence their name sounds a lot like a noise a baby would make while nursing. The gill structure on a nurse shark allows this fish to be basically the Snorlax of the shark world. Most sharks have to swim constantly to keep themselves floating and for water pass through their gills so they can breathe. That ain't the case with nurse sharks, as when they rest against the water's current, they can pump water through their mouth and gills, which keeps them oxygenated and lets them and some of their relatives sit still for hours. When nurse sharks are active, they cruise along the bottom of the seafloor at a slow and steady rate of 1.5 miles or 2.4 kilometers an hour. But don't underestimate the nurse shark, as when it has to, they've been known to swim quickly at short bursts of 25 miles or 40 kilometers an hour. Like most shark species, the nurse shark is viviparous. The female shark incubates her eggs within her body, and after a gestation period of roughly 6 months, she gives birth to typically like 30 baby sharks, more or less, or pups at once. The babies are on their own once they're out of the womb and are typically born mangrove swamps. Oddly similar to mountain lions, baby nurse sharks are born little spots all over their body and fade as they grow older once they're not as vulnerable to predators. A female nurse shark doesn't really mate for 18 months after birthing a group of pups, as nurse sharks are one of the few sharks to exhibit a behavior known as mating fidelity, meaning they come back to the same breeding grounds over and over again. And finally, the conservation status of nurse sharks is frequently debated. Research suggests that populations of the nurse shark appear to be healthy in the waters near the US and the Bahamas, but are on a decline in the Caribbean and South America. This is most likely due to overfishing, as their slow speed and use for leather and meat makes them an easy catch. As I said earlier, nurse sharks are responsible for the 4th highest amount of shark bites on humans. However, other sharks like great white sharks and tiger sharks attack humans, especially surfers, because a shark usually mistakes them for far tastier prey, like sea lions or sea turtles. Since nurse sharks don't view creatures as big as us, or sea lions as food, pretty much all instances of nurse sharks attacking humans is out of self-defense. Divers and tourists who are bitten by these sharks are at fault for being too rough and uncautious with the nurse sharks, like sticking their hands too close to their small but strong jaws. So if you plan on taking a vacation to the Bahamas, for instance, in hope of swimming and petting these sharks, please remember that this is a shark we're talking about. It's not a dog, it's not a cat, it's a big, wild fish. 19-year-old Instagram model Katarina Zarutskie learned this the hard way 2 summers ago. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name. This college student at the University of Miami and her boyfriend took a vacation with family to the Bahamas and was encouraged to take a photo swimming with a school of nurse sharks, as many locals and tourists have done the same. All was well and good at first until her arm drifted a little too close to a shark's mouth, who bit the young model and dragged her under. Fortunately, Zarutskie broke free from the shark's bite pretty quickly and rushed to the clinic and got the help she needed. Zarutskie has stated very clearly that she doesn't wish to throw the sharks under the bus, as the incident was completely due to carelessness and not following safety precautions. Though that doesn't excuse all cyberbullying and sexist backlash she received on social media. Honestly, this story is pretty old news by now, but if anyone cares to read the full thing, I left a link in the description down below. It still stands as a clear reminder of the risks of interacting with these mostly gentle sharks. Alright, there you guys have it. Happy Shark Week, guys. This is the second animal fact video that I plan on uploading this week. I'm going to be uploading the first one I've had sitting on my laptop for ages now, alongside a My Leg video, then this video about nurse sharks, then a handful of other My Leg videos and animal fact videos. I've finally gotten around doing this now because I'm finally done with summer classes by the time I'm recording this video, and yeah, just things are really looking up from here now. I moved to my new house. This is my new bedroom, and I filmed another video with my mom when she was in town helping me move my stuff in, so stay tuned for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up like button, and if you want to see more animal fact videos, please let me know what animal you think I should be covering next. And yeah, you guys are the best. Stay beastly.